Today is Tuesday, September 11th. Here's your first look at today's NBC5 News at Sunrise.
The Delta fire rages on, but crews are fighting back. The latest updates coming up.
Plus, it was a day that changed the country. This morning, we're remembering the lives lost 17 years ago today on 9/11.
And local law enforcement get involved in the football fun, what they're doing to keep everyone safe.
Your NBC5 News at Sunrise starts now. Good Tuesday morning, everyone, and thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Allison Ross.
I'm Kyle Averman. Hopefully you're having a great start to your Tuesday. Let's get a live look outside to see what conditions we're facing. Here's a live look at the Rogue Valley from our Manor Cam. You can see the mountains there in the background. A nice way to wake up. Let's see what we can expect today with meteorologist Matt Jordan.
It seems like each and every day you can see further and further, like a block at a time. But yeah, the smoke's making its way on out. Now it's still smoky out there, still hazy. You can even see it in that picture. A little bit of foggy conditions as well. It's starting to feel a little bit like fall. It's going to be chilly today to start out, but by the afternoon, as I step on out of the way, you can see a lot of areas making it into the 70s. That's mainly for the Rogue Valley, so it's still about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than what we saw yesterday. So if it felt chilly yesterday, today really going to feel chilly with a slight chance of showers. Now, I'm going to say that a lot with my forecast today. When I say that, it's mostly to the north of us. We're talking Coos County, Douglas County, Lane County even, and then areas like Eugene, Portland, Seattle going to see more rain and showers. Then we get down a little further to the south where we are going to see more potential, but not great chances. So while there's a chance out there, it's not the best. Otherwise, going into Wednesday, still chilly and cloudy, and then Thursday, partly cloudy and another slight chance. So we're seeing these sustained chances of showers. The system is really just parking overhead, and that's helping to clear things out. Medford just got bumped up to healthy air quality or good. We're still moderate in Ashland, but even that improving. Klamath Falls dealing with some fog this morning, but otherwise getting closer and closer to good air quality really throughout much of the area, except for Mount Shasta, still moderate due to the Delta fire. Back to you.
Matt, thanks so much. In your fire danger red report, a stretch of I-5 is reopened, but the Delta fire has grown to close to 50,000 acres. The Delta fire sparked Wednesday in the Shasta Trinity National Forest, burning on both sides of I-5 and forcing crews to shut down a 45-mile stretch of the interstate. Shifting winds have allowed for safe travel, opening up that stretch of I-5 that was closed over the past 5 days in Mount Shasta. As of now, there are only one lane open in each direction from Lakehead to Flume Creek and an area spanning 17 miles. Officials are not certain when that second lane will reopen.
Well, back here in Oregon, the Klondike fire has grown to more than 132,400 acres, and it continues to grow. Residents of Agnes and permit holders are once again allowed to use Bear Camp Road. Officials say the road will close completely again when crews get ready to conduct intentional burns. The fire remains at 51% contained this morning. The Miles fire northeast of Shady Cove is 65% contained. The fire scorched more than 53,600 acres, and the Natchez fire near Happy Camp is 77% contained. It's burned nearly 32,400 acres.
Investigators are still looking into what caused the shed to go up into flames in Hugo. One person was burned when a shed caught fire yesterday morning. It happened on Quartz Creek Road around 5:30. Oregon Department of Forestry, Rural Metro Fire, and Grants Pass Department of Public Safety all responded. When they got there, the shed was on fire and was spreading to a nearby home. Crews stopped it at 1/10 of an acre. One man received burns but did not want to go to the hospital. September 11th, 2001, it was a day that changed America forever.
Yeah, now 17 years later, people across the country, including right here at home, will pause to remember the victims of the 9/11 terror attacks. Almost 3,000 people lost their lives that day after the Islamic terror group known as Al-Qaeda hijacked a series of planes. 2 crashed into the World Trade Center in New York City, another into the Pentagon, and a 4th went down near Shanksville, Pennsylvania after passengers overtook the hijackers. There are several ceremonies taking place today, including at Ground Zero. Vice President Mike Pence will be at the Pentagon as well, and President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania will be in Shanksville, Pennsylvania for a wreath-laying ceremony. Pieces from the wreckage will also be buried at the National Memorial.
Back here at home, locals will take the time to honor the fallen of 9/11. The veterans of foreign wars are organizing a Patriot Day observation in Klamath Falls. The ceremony will be held at the Veterans Memorial Shaft at the Klamath County Courthouse at 11 a.m.
It's not just in honor of military or veterans. It's mainly something that we need to remember because of terrorism.
The ceremony will include presentations by the Klamath Falls Mayor, county commissioners, and the sheriff.
Following up this morning at 6:35, Oregon State Police have identified 2 people who were pulled out of the ocean along the Oregon coast over the weekend. Police say that Mi Chan Chen and his wife Wu Jian Shu were visiting the coast near Depot Bay Sunday when they were swept away by the waves. They were pulled from the water and died shortly later at a nearby hospital. The family has immigrated to the U.S. from China back in July.
Jackson County Sheriff's deputies are on the streets this football season, making sure the party doesn't get out of hand. All week long, deputies will be looking for people who may have had too much to drink or who aren't wearing their seatbelts. The sheriff's office recommends if you are drinking, make sure you have a plan to get home, like asking a friend or calling a cab. And always, don't forget to buckle up.
Well, new this morning, the Oregon Innocence Project announces its first exoneration. Josh Horner of Redmond was convicted of sexual abuse of his daughter last year and was sentenced to 50 years in prison. Well, the project and the Deschutes County District Attorney found unreliable witnesses and false facts were presented during his trial, including evidence that proved that he was even innocent. Horner was released from prison yesterday and is now spending time with his family.
In your money, tariffs imposed on U.S. exports are driving food costs down around the country, which is good news for the restaurant industry. Tariffs from China and Mexico are causing a pileup in supplies. That's because it's now becoming more expensive to ship overseas, since foreign buyers don't want to pay the tariffs. It's also driving down prices for domestic buyers like restaurant chains. But farmers are losing money because of the declining prices. Analysts say if the tariffs continue, they may lower production of those items, which would cause those prices to go right back up.
Continuing your money, over 70 Oregon healthcare experts are petitioning the FDA to make naloxone nasal spray over the counter. Naloxone works to prevent the deaths of people who have overdosed on drugs. The healthcare experts state that naloxone is easy to use since it's a nasal spray. The petition was posted on September 6th. The FDA is now reviewing it.
6:37 around the region. It's National Drive Electric Week, and Pacific Power is adding charging stations in Oregon. The company says it will have as many as 7 company-owned charging stations across the state. The first one is at a station in Klamath Falls. It's located at the Klamath Commons Park, so these sites can recharge an electric car in 30 minutes. And Dancing for a Cause. That's a new program that could help a lot of couples. It's a dance class for dementia patients and their partners. The free class is taught on Saturdays near Puget Sound, and the creator Kelly Peters believes the music combined with the dance steps improves the patient's emotions and attitudes. Many of the participants say they can see a positive change in their partner's mood. 6:38 is your time right now on this Tuesday morning. Let's get a check of that weather forecast with meteorologist Matt Jordan. Hey, Matt.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Yeah, just looking outside, a little bit of cloud cover, a little bit of clearing skies, and some fog for areas like Klamath Falls due to the lake out there. And then some fog near Brookings and Crescent City early this morning, a little further to the north as well. So a few things we're dealing with. Smoke and haze, though, you may have noticed it's still out there, but there's a little less and less, it seems like, every single day. Well, we do see a lot of the fires pick up in the afternoons, as they typically do. The smoke spreads just a bit during the evenings, and during the morning, it tends to settle down. And because of that, we're seeing less and less through the course of the day as fire activity is being mitigated just a bit, to use a fancy word, by the cooler temperatures, the higher humidities that we're seeing right now. We're going to keep that going over the next few days, so hopefully we can really get a handle on those fires, especially the Klondike fire, the Delta fire, as we see more and more moisture in the atmosphere. That helps keep those fires down. Otherwise, for the coast, mostly cloudy with a chance of showers. Now, that's mainly for Coos County and coastal Douglas County, but it's a decent chance as we get a little bit later into the week. At least the chance continues day by day, and when you see that, it's a better chance overall of seeing showers at least some point. Your highs about 60 to 64 degrees. In the West Valleys, increasing cloud cover throughout the course of the day with patchy, hazy conditions. Otherwise, your highs in the 70s, so about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. And east of the Cascades, increasing cloud cover, patchy haze, your highs in the 60s and 70s. Back to you.
Matt, thanks so much. 6:39 is the time right now, and BC5 News at Sunrise is just getting started. Coming up, the Medford police officers are responding to a new ruling. What will happen to illegal campers?
And a vending machine with a special talent, how this invention came to be.
And if you're heading out the door, here's a look at the lowest gas according to GasBuddy.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back.